So selling $20,000 in final expense is your goal in the next month, and the purpose of this video is to lay out a blueprint of how to get you to do just that. My name is David Duford. I own Duford Insurance Group. We recruit and train agents nationally to sell final expense in person or to sell final expense over the phone. And what sets us apart is that we focus on one-on-one mentorship to coach you to be the best that you can, and we back it with a make money guarantee. To learn more about how that works, head over to davidduford.com/FAQ. So what we're going to do today is kind of basically break down the ambitious goal of writing $20,000 in final expense over the next 30 days. We're going to break down the numbers on a much more micro basis so that we can see on a day-to-day basis of what steps you need to take in order to accomplish this goal, and then also give you some important tips to maximize the likelihood that you're going to accomplish this very goal. And we're also going to break this down from a face-to-face as well as a telesales standpoint. So you're going to get some advice and guidance on either or. So if you're face-to-face or telesales, don't worry, we got you covered. So if you're face-to-face, the 5,000, it breaks down about 5,000 AP a week, right? 4-week average month. 5,000 AP is generally the goal. And an average of about an $800 AP policy. That's average for face-to-face. Some agents do better, some agents do worse. It just depends. That's going to be around 6 to 7 policies. Again, 5,000 or 800 into 5,000, around 6 and change. So I just say 6 to 7 policies. And for depending on the lead source you use, there's really 2 primary ones to use that I recommend to consistently hit this goal that are high quality. First of all, you need fresh and exclusive leads of what I'm about to describe. Don't use the age junk. Don't get entranced by some other highfalutin form of lead. Just use what predictably works. This isn't a complicated business. Just keep it simple. The 2 choices you have are a fresh and exclusive direct mail lead or a fresh and exclusive Facebook lead. We can tell you which one to use. As an agent joining the Duford Insurance Group, you might have some that are already good. But if you use direct mail leads, we need about 4 leads for every sale that we make. So somewhere between 24 and 32 direct mail leads are required to consistently hit, if you're a good agent, not a great or a bad agent, somewhere between 6 and 7 policies weekly. Now for a Facebook face-to-face lead, we need about 6 times as many leads for every sale that we make. So 6 times 6 is 36. So somewhere between 36 and 42 leads a week in order to hit consistently 5,000 in AP. Now for telesales to hit 5 or 6 policies, we're looking at a little bit less sales to be made, in my opinion. I think telesales generally has a little bit higher case size. So we're looking closer to $1,000 AP as generally being the average. So maybe 800 to 1,000, somewhere in those range. So I say 5 to 6 policies. And the average close ratio typically is 4% to 5%, I should say conversion ratio. So out of every 100 fresh and exclusive Facebook leads, between outbound calling them, between having preset appointments, you should close 4 or 5 policies approximately for every 100 leads that you get. So somewhere between 100 and 125 leads a week is pretty much the goal. And then we also recommend with telesales, we have to make this emphasis because there's this preponderance of belief that you can just sit on your butt and call for a couple hours a day and then make all the money in the world. It's just like any other business model. You got to put the time into it. With telesales, likewise, really face-to-face, you need to be in the field on the phone, selling over the phone, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, minimum. Probably need more. And if you don't get that, even with the right leads, the right amount of leads, even the right script, if you don't have time on task, very hard to hit these numbers. So with all this said, I want to leave a couple of important pieces of advice that I learned as an agent, that I implemented in my business model, that I've trained other agents that I think would help you maximize your success for hitting $20,000 a month. Number 1, start early. So one of the things I realized is that you can actually start talking to final expense prospects as early as 8 in the morning. I used to start at 9 or 10 o'clock, and then I realized if I'm out in the field 5 days a week and I start an hour early, I can squeeze in at least 1 more appointment. Well, that's 5 extra appointments a week. That's 20 extra appointments a month. And if I convert half of those, that's 10 extra policies times 800. That's $8,000, give or take, in commissions just by adding 1 more appointment a day. So the point is, start early. Not only work late, but start early. 8 a.m. is a great time to start. A lot of our prospects are set in their ways. They get up early even though they don't go back to the mill or wherever they work. So go see them early. Work a few late nights a week. So on final expense, even though our clients are generally retired or disabled, I think it's important to still see some people at night because some still work and some run their appointments and errands and doctor's appointments during the day, and some of them are night owls. So I would say out of 5 days in the field or on the phone, 2 to 3 of those days, you should be working, taking calls, running appointments up to 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. That's what I did when I was in the field, when I was working a full-time job with a Fortune 500 company and selling final expense face-to-face. I would run the 3 days in the field that I could to 10 o'clock at night, get home at midnight before I'd had to show up at the job at 7 or 8 in the morning because I wanted success that badly. So make sure you're working the later nights to maximize your sales and really give yourself the best chance of success. Make sure, again, to work fresh exclusive leads only. We made that point earlier. No junk leads. Don't cut corners, please, guys, on leads. If you think you're going to write an extraordinary amount of premium and do an extraordinary job, you got to get extraordinary leads, and those are fresh and exclusive leads. And lastly, if you're in field sales, you got to get really good at door knocking and working the phone, okay? Most of your ability to sell is based on your ability to get in or to book appointments. So as a newer agent or as an agent experienced and maybe want to get to this next level, really work to hone your scripting. Get good at door knocking, get good at objection handling, get good at setting appointments over the phone if you're not using an appointment setter. And if you're on the phone, selling over the phone, get really good at the beginning of your call and then at the end of your call. Getting good through the first 30 seconds and then the closing objections that you hear. So long story short, before my daughter runs in here and interrupts this amazing thought process I have. Long story short, this is what it takes to be successful. There's nothing new here. It's just a reminder of what works well. Put the persistency, put the consistency in, run the system like I've described, and keep your head down and stay focused. My name is David Duford. If you'd like to learn more about joining Duford Insurance Group, please join davidduford.com or go there. You'll see how you can apply, you can see how you can interview us, and you can see if what we do is a good fit for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.